Yo, what's going on, guys? Gonna be showing you how to carry on Wukong in the jungle. Jackshow and Ravenous Hydra are no longer what you want. The items have been arguably over nerfed to where they're not viable on many champions anymore. Instead, on Wukong, you're gonna want to go for Divine Sunder, lots of damage, burst, and shred. After that, you want Black Cleaver into typically Death's Dance or a Ma, depending on if they're physical damage heavy or magic damage heavy. Against their team, they are double physical, triple magic damage. It looks like they're going to get off a cheesy invade as well. I'm going to have to start on my red buff now just in case. I see people invading a lot more level 1. They mainly look for kills though. They don't typically want to start on your camps. So yeah, I'm just going to start on my red buff. That's fine. Wukong clears extremely healthy. You can do a leashless full clear finish at 3 minute 25, which is 5 seconds before Scuttle spawns. Wukong's armor and health regeneration on his passive from attacking honestly just keeps you super healthy. For your best runes, take Conquer, Triumph, Alacrity, Last Stand, free boots with Cosmic, attack speed 80, and armor, auto attack in the E. You can also go for Resolve Tree secondary and get pretty good results, but free boots Cosmic is super safe and you don't have to wait quite as long to get solid value out of it. Turn around, hit him with one more auto. We'll go ahead and pick up our Q now. Auto attack Q. Auto attack E. We want to kite around the medium one here. Auto attack Q. It's good practice. Minimize damage you're taking. On Wukong, it only matters so much. On other junglers that farm lower HP, it's a useful skill to have in your toolkit. Finish him off. We'll probably drop our passive here. Not a big deal though. We're already at full health. So you see how Gravesend started in our jungle? Most junglers won't actually start on your camp because you take enemy jungle camps 20% slower than your own. That's how it is for every jungler. Riot does not want you to be invading, especially early on, and that's their way of stopping it. And you may say, well, what's so bad about early on? You're not even level 2, level 3 yet. You're missing abilities. You're going to be farming that much slower. EW auto Q. Your clone will copy your abilities and output a decent chunk of damage. Your E's a dash, your W is also a little dash as well. I can gank before the full clear is done here. Oh, never mind. Auto attack Q. I still have full passive stacks here. Graves might be coming for me. I'll hold on to my W just in case. It's a long cooldown. Okay, he's not coming for me. I see where he is. Auto attack Q. So we did get a leash. Should be able to finish before 325. Even with me kind of holding that ability there and slowing me down. Should be about 325-ish. Auto attack Q reset. So yeah, pre 330. Still decent, but not as fast as it could be. Want to max Q first. Auto attack Q reset. Your Q shreds a decent chunk of armor from the enemies. It's also an auto reset and increased range. Graves did not do a full clear. He cannot solo us either. I just kept, oof. Plants actually don't keep your passive up. It's got to be on fleshy things. There's nothing to really gank here. I don't want to reset since I'm full HP on the map. Oh, here's the Lux. Hopefully Kiana doesn't die. Yep, she gets stun carded. And flashes away. Hey, Lux. I'm gonna W stay on top of her. E. She's got red buff autos on me. It's kind of annoying. I still have my flash to get away if need be. Flash E. Auto Q. W auto attack. Down they go. That was really close. It's a good thing Ashe came. I think I still would have lived by having her there. Turn that situation from a really bad one to an okay one. It's pre 5 minute mark. I'm not staying for play. Pre 5 minute turrets take highly reduced damage. There's no reason to really stay there. I'm missing a lot of HP. It's not worth staying. Graves knows where I am. I showed on minions and turret, so he has a general idea where I'm at. I don't know where he's at. I'm missing too much HP. First item back. Usually you want to go for Sheen. If you can afford Caulfields, that's also good to have. If you're already in combat with the enemies, you don't want to waste all of your gap closers at once when you're in a situation where you know they're going to try to get away from you. If you're having to try to save your teammate, or if they're fighting you to the death, then that's different. You have to keep in mind that your W and your E are both gap closers to help you stay on top of them with your auto attacks and your R spin. EW auto Q. At 2 smite charges. I don't want to go gank Mordekaiser. He's level 6. Champions like Mordekaiser, Alawi, Darius, they're super hard to gank if they're ahead or if they hit 6 before you. You go up and they'll wipe you super easily. Bot lane struggling big time. Their Lux is getting fed. Lux is super overtuned right now. Ridiculously easy champion to carry with from the support role. She doesn't actually have to last hit. That's one of Lux's biggest weaknesses. It's not easy to last hit on her if you're not using your abilities, and if you're using your abilities to last hit, then enemies will outtrade you. So when you play Lux support, you don't run into that. Even if you don't really make your clone tank by spawning it closer than where you're standing when you're currently auto attacking, it doesn't really matter. Wukong's healing's too high right now. He's a bit overloaded. Might be able to gank bot. I'm looking at their items. No boots, no boots. They're both really squishy. No real HP items, no armor items. I'm going to do a lot of damage into them. Another reason why you also max your Q first is it goes on a lower cooldown whenever you auto attack something or your clone auto attacks something. Oh, this is warded. I do have R. E onto her. Auto attack Q reset. I'm going to WR to get out in front of this. Auto Q into R once again. Your R speeds you up, so it's a decent tool for staying on top, getting away, running them down. Ideally, do try to hit them with a Q before you R, that way you shred some of their armor. I can out smite Graves with my Sheen. I can hit it with a Q smite at the same time. Ooh, wait, why is he even in here? E auto Q. I have no clue why he was even just in here. I got it. He burned his flash for that as well. I died though. TF flashed the wall, I think. I'm pretty sure Graves had already used up the blast cone. I can't afford my full Divine Sunder, which kind of sucks. They committed super hard for it and they got it. That's unfortunate. Looking at Mord, he's not gankable. My comp's honestly horrible. I have 3 80 carries and a Kiana. We're full 80. Only way we win this is if I can keep getting good angles with an EW auto QR in team fights. If you're trying to hit a snappy R, you don't have to auto then Q. You can just EWQ R. That's fine too. Because even though your Q is a good auto reset, it still takes longer to auto Q than it does to just raw Q into a R. Hopefully that makes sense. Because sometimes you shouldn't, because they're going to dash or flash away before you can hit them with R, and then your R gets mostly wasted. The reaction time factor has to be taken into account on a lot of champions. So for example, the Graves with his dash. Everyone else on their team's immobile, so unless I'm worried about them flashing away. EW auto Q. The AoE from Wukong dash and his clone helping him to auto. So it gives him his AoE. Plus your jungle friend there. T-Mat is not a necessary item on Wukong. It's certainly viable, but not his best item. It's kind of expensive, and he doesn't need it. Wukong needs penetration and ability haste. And since Ravenous Hydra's been over-nerfed, you can't even get that with a T-Mat. Because Titanic doesn't give ability haste. Ravenous does, but Ravenous honestly isn't worth taking on a lot of champs now. MF's out of mana, tier 1 boots. Lux is tier 1, so they're actually kind of faster than me because I don't have boots yet. This is probably warded. The fact MF's missing. Ooh, it's not, but they seem to know I'm here. I'm gonna W out. E auto Q into R. That sucks. I can't finish that kill either. I'll use my R as a speed up. I wouldn't say we wasted R. It's a little bit more of a limit test though, for sure. She reacted really fast. There must have been a deep ward because that bush wasn't even warded. He pulls away immediately. I must be on a ward right now, man. These guys are super scared wherever I go. Yep. There was a ward over there. I'll come bot lane here in a moment. Get Ash Juice or Control Word. EW, auto Q. Let our clone tank. How much armor are we getting right now? It's actually a lot. 6 armor per stack right now, and it gets higher per level. It's pretty decent. So that's actually... So 50%, so 3 per after the first 27. So I'm getting like 32 armor off passive when it's full stack. EW, auto Q. Got our Lux with a smite. I'm gonna flash out. Didn't really realize TF was there, so that's my bad. I reacted kind of slow to that. Gonna E auto Q. Very nice. That was super close. Wukong's increased Q range is super nasty. Lux thought she was gonna live. She couldn't quite pinch. They're all dead right now, so I don't mind wasting clone. Oh no. Oh my goodness. That was way too close. I'm sitting on a full item purchase. And my R's up, and I'm low HP, so there's not much incentive to stick around and farm. Back for Divine Sunderer here. And against their team, it is looking like it's a Merc Tread type of game into Cleaver. Their only physical damage is MF, who has 0 kills, and the Graves. They're triple AP with the Mord, TF, and Lux. We do want to keep playing for Dragons. Wukong is not a split pusher. He's a team fighter. His E's AoE damage, his R's an AoE damage and knockup tool. Wukong typically can't solo true bruiser soloists such as Nasus, Jax, Fiora. He is not a split push champion. Do not build Hullbreaker on him. It's a huge mistake. Hopefully no one's ever done that. So the TF just got I think a solo kill there. I want to get this pushed. Head over bot side. These sweepers, I'm passing all the bushes. Make sure nothing's warded. Graves is playing crazy here. Samir's gonna scare him away from me though. Shredded him. I'm gonna stop him from getting wraps if he comes over here. Auto EQ, down you go. I didn't bother to E auto Q because I knew my Q would raw kill him, and I didn't want him to flash before I could get my Q off. I can go get Dragon now with Graves dead. Their bot lane's underneath their turret, looking semi-diveable. I'll take Dragon instead. I don't know if they reset. You like that clone's range with Q? Even though he was 10 miles away, you could still reach. Cause he look at this range. Boom. It's like a Thresh auto. Wukong's decent for taking dragons. I wouldn't recommend doing it pre-6 though. If you're delaying your level 6 for a dragon, it's probably not worth it. TF has vision of me from his R there. I don't want to press here. Graves could be pushing over to kill me. He saw me running away. He might not expect me coming here. Oh, wait. I think he's right here. Oh, no. It's warded. Of course. Lux is a little bit out of position. W, EQR. Got her with the smite and the Q. Down she goes. Your R only knocks up initially, and it actually does less damage than your abilities. So there, we canceled our R to finish her off with a Q, since our Q is going to do way more damage because it's applying the Divine Sunderer. And yeah, your R takes time to do damage throughout its duration versus having a big chunk of burst immediately from our Q. Yeah, it's hitting enemies with abilities or autos. It's not just autos. When we were scraping him down with R, it chunks your Q down to a super low cooldown to where you can cancel your R constantly and whip him with a Q if need be. I'll pull this away. This Graves is a little butthole. I'll go ahead and clone that. I don't feel like dying. They're being super aggressive. I don't have R, so I'm not looking to do a crazy team fight. I'm just assuming all that's gone. I'll go ahead and buy a big chunk of Black Cleaver. I'll head down bot side. All that jungle's gone, man. Graves is gonna get it. I can't deal with Mordekaiser, Alawi, Jax, Fiora, Nasus. You don't want to try to solo that on Wukong, man. We want to deal with squishies, with mages, with tanks. Right now our Q's shredding 30% armor. They both die there. My W. Oof, I could have E'd there. My R was still on cooldown though. I don't know why Kaisa just did that. It's not worth it. We already had the positional advantage. There's no reason to coin flip. We could have taken this turret without trading 1 for 1. And you may say, well, you could have flashed. I could have flashed. I think Kaisa still would have died though since she was tanking turret aggro. I would have had to flash super early and expect her to follow me up. I gotta leave. It's wild to me how aggressive these guys are. They're willing to step up like this. Just in the middle of nowhere is a squishy. The Ashar hits. E auto QW. I'm not gonna bother using my R actually. Just that was an E auto WQ, something along those lines. I used my W around the time she's coming out of Ashton because I wanted to dodge her snare and also reposition deeper behind her while still being in auto range. Graves is in this area. I don't know where Mord's at though. Mord might have reset. My R's up. Yeah, I can do something. It's not warded because Lux is dead. Lux might actually path this way to get vision. Auto Q. W. I should have E'd first. That's fine. Cancel. Auto Q. E. Auto. Got her with the knockup. Auto attack Q reset. Down she goes. You could argue, well, holding E's fine there because then you can cancel R and gap close with E if she flashes away, which is true, but if she didn't have flash using E sooner, it would have been better to output the damage. This is a bad fight. I assume this is warded. Oof, that Kiana R was doo-doo. That Kiana R was not ideal. I'm gonna W in, try to get him. I'll attack into Q. I'm gonna run this guy down. He's doing a lot of damage actually. I'm surprised how much damage Graves is doing there, and he's not really taking proper damage from me. I have sweeper on to make sure there's no one sneaking out behind me. It looks like Mord went back mid. Graves has more gold spent than I do. He has 2 full items. Right now I only have Divine Sunder. I need to reset and spend, I think. And risk them getting Dragon, I suppose. The question is, can we fight without Samira? Oof. E auto Q. Couldn't even get off the Q because she died so fast. Yeah, Graves is on it right now. I'm going to try to pull it out and reset this thing. I'll take control word as well. I don't really want to start it while my teammates are in the wrong area. Is this really going to hit me? I have shield on, so it can't stop my recall. For those of you who weren't aware, having technically not taking damage by having a shield, whether it's a Janus shield or a green jungle item shield, makes it to where your recall can't really be stopped until they break the shield and inflict actual damage on you. It's just how it works. Sorry about that. I was choking. I was dying. Are we actually letting them have this? E auto Q WR. Spin in. Oof. We'll get the little knockup on him and walk away. I'll attack EQ. Someone needs to help me here. My goodness. Alright, he flashes out. Not bad. We kited him out super hard with our second R. Got to knock him up and still get away from him. It's unfortunate they got that dragon though. I'm missing too much health. This Graves is pretty strong as well. Gotta stay alive, man. Wukong's a big team fighter. It's kind of like a physical damage fiddlesticks. You go in massive AoE, massive CC. As long as you're alive and you're not super far behind, the game's always winnable with a Wukong. There will be times where their backline's out of position. You can find a huge play. He's so greedy just being in my jungle. It's so dirty. Whenever you kill any monster, even if it's a small one, it refreshes your green jungle shield from the green jungle item. That was happening to both of us there because we were both like intentionally or unintentionally killing the small raptor while we were fighting. That looks so goofy. They need to change that. It should be after you kill the large monster in the camp, not just, oh, you killed a little raptor. Here's your full green shield back. Because the shield's pretty big right now. It's 200. Mord's pushing up super far. He gets the kill on Ashe. I'm falling behind a little bit in CS on the Graves. He's being so aggressive taking my camps. It's also why he has more deaths than I do. Weird fight happening right now. Main reason we're not over here is there's nothing to fight over. My teammates could literally just retreat, but they're choosing to randomly limit test. And let's say if the enemies did have vision, if they see me, they could just walk away, and then I'm wasting my time not getting my camp. I'm going with an E, auto Q, WR. Use my R to speed up and away. I'm dead though. Graves is too fast. Oh, Samir with the saves. Let's go. That was nasty. Samira saved me, but she dies. Graves has some serious damage output against me. Mord's low. I don't think he has R. TF's trying to set up a weird type of split push here. Guess we'll push Death's Dance. That's fine. After Death's Dance, I'll go for Ma into Kenpunk Chainsword, or actually Spear of Shojin. Spear of Shojin is one of Wukong's best items still. Having the low cooldown with this Q especially, after 1 or 2 autos, you can Q again. Auto Q, auto Q. It's super nasty. Ooh, I was gonna flash that wall. I'll attack Q. I don't know if my flash was a waste there or not. Kiana ended up doing a lot more than I thought she was gonna be able to do. E auto Q, auto WR, smiter. I still have my dash as well, and my passive full stacked. I'll attack Q. I think Mord's here, yeah. There's the Mord. Oh, wow. The Ashe R hits. He CC'd for 10 years because he doesn't have Merc Treads. I'm gonna run this way. She's here. I'm not gonna take those well. Alright, she doesn't want him. I'll take him then. I can get full Death's Dance here in a moment. Gotta play for drag fight. Dude, it sucks that we're full AD though. They can stack armor. Like you see, they have 3 plated steel caps. Plate steel caps is one of the best armor items in the game because it's not just 20 armor. It also reduces damage you take from auto attacks by 12%, which is kind of nuts. It's a way better version of honestly Merc Treads. The only reason why Merc Treads are any good is because it gives tenacity. They have the Lux Snare, the TF Stun, Lux Slow. That's their main CC tenacity could interact with. E auto QW, auto R. Down he goes. I saved R a little bit until I knew he was going to realize he had to R, and then when he went to, he got knocked up and died. He wasn't expecting to take that much damage. Graves is dead, and so is the Mord. It's a free time to get Dragon. Drag Soul is the easiest win con in League right now. Dragons are overbuffed, Heralds are weak. That should be GG's, honestly. Oh, wait, that's not Soul. I thought that was our Soul. We need another Dragon still, dang. Windsoul's kind of crazy for Wukong too. You get 50% extra movement speed after using your R. They cannot get away from you. E auto Q. There goes his HP. His stun card ran out as well there. I don't feel like dying. Can back for a Death's Dance. And I'll grab a Shojin. I might be able to get away with delaying my magic resist here, since I have Merc Treads. And on top of that, the enemies don't necessarily want to focus me because I'm not super squishy like my teammates. They'd rather focus any of my teammates. Alright, Death's Dance. Let's grab Shojin. Sick. Whew, man. My team does have a lot of damage. If they had someone on their team stacking armor, like their Mordekaiser should have Thornmail right now. And their Grave should get Death's Dance for the armor. Instead, he kind of flexed away into Black Cleaver. Death's Dance would have been a lot better since my team's full physical. He could even go Randuins. Him and Mort could legit both go Randuins because I have 2 crit champs on my team. Wait, they're actually cheesing down Baron. I didn't even realize. Looks like they kind of stopped midway there. Graves has a little bit of grit built. I don't want to waste W to get to him. E auto Q. I'll W to get to this guy. Oh wait, there's a turret. Never mind. Yeah, Baron's fine. We each get 300 gold. We don't have the minion wave to actually get inhib. The rule of thumb is if you can Baron for free or take the enemy inhib for free, you take the inhib. But we can't take their inhib because it's too far away. We don't have the minions. Let's smite that down. He's pushing a wave in mid. They don't have a proper frontliner. Their closest thing to a frontline is Graves or Mord. But Mord needs to use his R to have a good damage and good solo potential. If Mord doesn't R, he's actually pretty weak. Because when he uses his ultimate on somebody, he steals a bunch of their stats. And that's what makes him dangerous. But if he does that, he's no longer taking up space and AoE like pulling people and getting in the way to where if he uses R, his team will die. But if he doesn't use R, he's only so useful. Their only other frontliner is Graves, and he's not tanky enough. Auto Q auto. Oh, okay, buddy. I'm not gonna chase that. It's not worth it. Rather play for Dragsoul without giving them 1,000 gold. I can get a big chunk of Shojin before the drag fight as well. Goodbye, Lux. WE auto QR. He flash, I flash, I'll attack QR. Down he goes. I'm gonna reset for the Graves. Go ahead and buy Kindle and Gem. You never really want to give up an inhib if you can avoid it. Losing an inhib takes away so much pressure. It can be hard to come back from that even if you have the better team fight, better late game comp. Kiana's trying to solo him. She's probably not going to win that. He has a bit of armor, a bit of HP. She's lethality. Question is, can I solo Mordekaiser? He's triple item. I probably can't. E auto QW. Wait, he actually just R'd my clone, but it didn't count it. E auto Q into my R, and I'm dead. That's exactly why you don't try to fight Mord solo as Wukong, because you legit lose it even if he already has his abilities on cooldown. That was really weird though. It looked like he tried to R my clone and then his R just got canceled. Maybe he tried to R me and then that's when I cloned and I didn't realize it. Because if, oh gosh, we don't get Soul now. No. The shame, the shame. Got greedy, dude. I looked at his item, he's triple. I was 3 and more partials than him. You just can't solo Mord on Wukong like that. It doesn't work. Even if I had Maw, it probably wouldn't work, to be honest. My teammates are trying to stop them. Samir goes in, gets stun card immediately. She gets a massive shield from something. She went Gargoyle Stone Plate. It's an interesting item. I might have to try that. Shield bow, Gargoyle Stone Plate. She legit just wouldn't die there. Wow. Someone on our team's trying to surrender. Cool. Love to see that. Time to group, team fight, avoid the Mord. Take the easy dub. R's up, smites up. EWQR. Down goes the Mord. Auto Q. Pretty sure Samira can extend my knock-up duration with her passive just by clicking on them when I knock them up. She can extend it by like half a second or something. Auto attack. W. Ooh, can't quite get it. I might actually die here. Auto Q. Yeah, I'm just dead. Dude, I can't move. I'm perma-stun. Even with Merc Treads, I was CC'd for nearly 5 seconds there. 4.5 seconds, dude. That's nasty. Tried to get the Lux, couldn't really get to it, and then I was in a position where I couldn't back out very easily. At least we get inhib. Graves has fleet, she has lethal tempo. He landed his abilities, however. Does Samira win this? She seems to be not getting her R off. She must have been missing her ability. Took almost all magic damage there. Did 47% magic, 26% true damage. It says true damage, but a lot of that is actually just item damage. If it's just for some reason it counts it as true damage in the thing. Lux has lost all of her mesh. She still kind of carried their team though. Oh, it missed. WE, auto QR. Yeah, now we time him out. We hit him with a smite. Get him with an R and run away. Dash away and we're chilling. I'm actually gonna have to flash. His demonic's chunking me. That was dirty. My goodness. I'll go push bot, get some pressure on the mat without having to reset. Baron up in 14. They can't take it with MF dead, even if I'm not there. It's not gonna work. Well, now they can. Ash walked into her doom there. Them getting Baron isn't the end of the world. I need to stay alive and make sure we get Draxel, and then we win. Nice job, Samira, finishing the Mord. I assume he didn't have R. She has a ridiculous amount of healing. They have to send somebody back for me, I think. I want to kill her so bad. W, EQR, auto attack QR. Nasty. She didn't do much damage there because we have some armor. She's even 3 item, not including boots. That's it. They quit. Wukong, baby. Definitely balanced because you can't solo things like Mord. Let's look at damage dealt, damage taken, and runes. Looking at damage dealt to many champions, we are all pretty much tied. That's kind of wild. And then for damage taken, we were up there as well. Still not the highest in the game. For self-mitigated, we were much closer to the top, me and Graves. I was still number 2. And for runes, really high value. All in all, Wukong is a very solid carry. He works iron through challenger, literally every ELO. He's got a decent enough pre-6. His level 6 is pretty nuts. And then his scaling and team fightings is extremely good. Just avoid trying to solo outrageously good soloists such as Alawi, Mordekaiser, Jax, Fiora. Those type of things can give Wukong absolute fits. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is KingStix. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.